Before anything else is said, San Diego is an exceptionally beautiful place with all kinds of natural offerings. The beauty begins with the climate, sunny and temperate almost always. Bounded by the mountains on the east and the Pacific on the west, Juan Cabrillo's discovery is in many ways a paradise. Indeed, there are few other areas of the country where, in less than a full day's driving time, you can experience the ocean, the mountains, and the desert, the unique geography of the San Diego area, which only lately is becoming nationally known. But the extent of this area's newfound recognition is becoming increasingly apparent. All of the people and the cars and the new building tell the story. Ask people who have lived in San Diego a while about what the area used to be like, say, 10 years ago, and they'll tell you about meadowlands where houses and shopping centers now stand, about coastal land that used to be undeveloped, and about a time when just about anybody could afford a house. Things are different today. Like it or not, San Diego has grown up. How much has San Diego grown up? Well, believe it or not, we are now the 9th largest city in the nation, the 2nd largest in the state. 250,000 people have been added to the city population since 1960, and more than 500,000 to the county. The number of housing units in the city has more than tripled since 1950 and nearly tripled in the county. And since 1960, county motor vehicle registrations have more than doubled. Those statistics mean the San Diego area is experiencing real growth. Among cities with more than 100,000 in population, only Los Angeles, Houston, and Dallas are taking in more people annually than San Diego. What kind of effect is that kind of growth having on the quality of life here? Ask the person on the street and you'll find that most are aware of all the growing that's going on, but most, though they might wish that growth would happen somewhere else, wouldn't live anywhere else but in San Diego. What do you think about living in San Diego?
I like it.
Do you think of anything bad about living here?
Not much.
It's the only place you can go to the beach at on Christmas.
I'm a newcomer, and I love it.
Where'd you come here? Where'd you come from?
Northeast Texas.
What are the differences between here and Northeast
The
Texas?
weather, just a lot of things. Lifestyle, everything. I love it.
We've lived in San Diego now for probably 20 years, and I wouldn't move away.
I think it's growing too fast. I think there's too many people coming in, and that's it's still nice at this point in time, but I think in the near future it's going to be out of control.
Here's a statement that may ruffle some feathers. Growth has not yet seriously affected San Diego's quality of life. You can still do all the things you could have done 15 years ago, though there may be many more people doing the same things. You can swim, surf, sail, or go boating. You can fish, hunt, take a drive in the country. Growth has not yet spoiled things, though there is more competition for space, living space. Housing is in short supply. The average cost of new and used homes in the county is now nearly $88,000. Those who can't afford to buy face a bleak 2% vacancy rate in rental property. Unemployment, oddly, is down from 12% a few years ago to under 6% today. But can the jobless rate be kept that low while 70,000 new residents move into the county each year? Streets and freeways, designed a few years ago to more than handle today's traffic loads, are becoming congested. And the environment, the air, the water, the natural offerings are being affected too. If the San Diego area were allowed to grow no bigger than it is today, we would have little cause for concern over the future. But with 900,000 new residents expected here by 1995, we have every reason to be concerned about whether the environment, the housing, and the transportation can keep up with the in-migration. San Diego's future will be the topic of the third part of this report. But tomorrow we'll talk with the average San Diego family about the quality of life in the area today and how it's changed and where it's headed. Easy Street, San Diego, USA. Now, before you get to thinking that life is leisurely on Easy Street, hold on. The people who live on Easy Street are pretty representative of what statistics show to be the average San Diegan, which means that while life may not be overwhelmingly difficult, it's not easy either. According to 1975 census figures, the average San Diego family has about 3 members, lives in a $25,000 house on an annual income of about $11,000. Easy Street residents come close to that average, though average incomes are up some since '75, and real estate values are up dramatically since then. The four-member Carrier family of Easy Street, though they have one more family member than the average, could be called the typical San Diego family. 39-year-old Jerry Carrier is a personnelman with 15 years in the Navy. Marion Carrier tutors in public schools. The Carriers have a 6-year-old daughter and 10-year-old son. They moved to San Diego from New England in 1967. They bought their 3-bedroom house in '71 for about $20,000. It's worth about $60,000 today. The Carriers are concerned about the housing situation here and other things too.
I think it's unreal. A young family, I don't see how they can afford to move into a new house or an old house. I think the prices are just too high.
You had friends from Atlanta out recently. How does the housing situation in Atlanta compare with the housing situation here?
Well, they were amazed, really amazed, because the houses in Atlanta are really a lot cheaper than out here. Of course, they don't live right in Atlanta. They live out in a suburb, but they were just amazed at the prices.
What is it that you don't like about San Diego now that you've seen over 7 years living here?
It's getting too big smog. I can see that. I guess from a different viewpoint, like going out to sea and going under the Coronado Bridge, and when you come in, you can really see it over the city. The smog, that's bad. You know. I don't know if it's all the industry moving here is all that good either. I know it's, the job market's going to be good, but what comes with industry, smog, people. I think they should stop building in a lot of places too. They're going to, get out. Remember years ago, Poway was just a real nice little town. Now it's, from here to Poway is nothing but rooftops.
I can remember driving up and down El Cajon Boulevard from one end to the other. And if you hit the lights right, you could drive the whole length without stopping. You can't do that anymore. There's just so many more people in cars.
Don't get the Carriers wrong. They've lived in a lot of places inside this country and out of it too, and they prefer living in San Diego. They're just concerned with some of the things happening in the town they call home, the place where they intend to raise their children and retire. And like most of us, after the problems of living here are discussed, the Carriers agree that San Diego is the place to be.
I think so. It's a good town.
I just like the whole city, and you can get away from it too.
More than anything else, San Diegans are concerned with the growth of their city and its effect on housing, the environment, and other measures of the quality of life. Tomorrow, in the third and final segment of this report, a San Diego expert talks about the future of the city and the area and the future of the quality of life here. Doug McAllister, News 8.